Hey, what's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the Zero Excuses podcast. My name is Kenyon. Thank you for taking time out of your schedules to spend a few minutes with me today. I've got a topic that I am passionate about, and it's something that has been ingrained with me for a very long time during my time in the Navy, and it's setting the tone. We have a saying in the Navy that leaders, specifically chief petty officers, set the tone of the ship, their command. And I really think that if you want to be a true alpha male, you have to set a positive tone for your families, for your businesses, for your children, and your communities. Now, I've seen a lot of men in the online communities that I'm part of complain or bitch and moan about how their coworkers or their wives or their children are spouting off negativity. Well, I would say back to those types of people that, you know what? Stop blaming them. Take ownership of the situation. Yes, I realize that you cannot physically control other people. However, you can control your reaction to them, and you can control whether you lose your temper towards those people. So the first step in setting a positive tone or setting the tone is to control your own reactions. And there's many ways for you to work on this. And I realize that it's going to take some people a lot of practice for you to implement this into your life. But I'm starting to get a little ahead of myself here, because what I wanted to do with today's show is go over 4 simple ways that you can use to begin to set the positive tone. So the first I kind of hinted at during the introduction here, but you have to condition yourself to react in a positive manner no matter what the situation. And like I mentioned before, this is going to take some practice. And if I was honest, I still need to practice this myself. But most of our reactions are going to be, by default, a negative type of reaction. Let me give you a quick example here. Anytime that my wife, Jamie, brings something that she is not, I'll just say, pleased about, to my attention, my default reaction is that I feel that I am not doing something enough for her. So therefore, since she's bringing it up, this is something that I may not be adequately addressing in her eyes. But that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes she is simply venting about a situation. She is simply, I'm her husband, and I need to be there to simply listen. And with that initial negative reaction, if I don't keep that in check, I'm going to cause the situation to get worse. So that's just a quick example that I wanted to share with you guys. Like I said, this is something that I need to practice personally, and that's why I'm quite frankly, sharing it with you guys. If I'm having an issue with this, I'm sure there's many others out there who might be experiencing the same issue as I am right now. So anyways, the second tactic that I want to share with you guys today is to practice meditation. And, setting a positive tone starts within your own mind too. If you can't set the tone in your own mind, how can you set the tone in your environment, in your workplace, within your family? You're dead in the water. So just to briefly go over my meditation practice, it takes me 6 minutes. So there's no excuse for you guys not to implement this in your own routine, whether it's in the evening or in the morning. It doesn't really matter. But meditation has allowed me to develop a second layer of awareness of my thoughts, and it's allowed me to be able to actually decide if whatever thought is passing through my brain at the moment is going to be beneficial to me. How is this going to serve me? So it allows me to reframe my thoughts as well, and allows me to just simply have that constant positive, those positive vibes that everyone, that cliche saying that everyone says right now. That's how I'm able to cultivate that in my own brain. But it's, like I said, it only takes 6 minutes. The first 2 minutes, I concentrate on my breathing. The second 2 minutes, I pick a mantra when I'm doing my daily planning, something that's going to help prime my brain and prime my thoughts for whatever I have in front of me during the day. And then the last 2 minutes, I just simply visualize a little miniature piece of my vision. Like, I would love to be able to take my daughter surfing frequently. So that's what I thought about this morning. And the last tip that I have for you guys in setting the tone is to simply be an approachable person. Be someone who is always willing to give a helping hand, someone who mentors and passes their skills along to all those around them. You can't even begin to influence other people unless you are interacting with them. So if you are not approachable, if you are avoiding talking to people, if you are being basically antisocial, there's zero chance of you being able to positively influence them. There's zero chance of you setting a positive tone with them. So get out from behind your desks, get out from behind your computers, interact, and simply have a conversation. Be interested in what other people have going on. Simply showing that you care will have such an enormous impact on all of those around you that alone is going to change the dynamic of your workplace, your family, whatever group you are leading. And it has worked wonders in my military career and in my civilian professional career as well. That's all I have for you guys today. If you guys want to take this conversation to a deeper level, have a couple different opportunities for you guys to do that. First is you can hop into our free closed Facebook group over at kenyonziska.com/group and just hit the join button, answer a couple questions, and you'll be all set. Second opportunity is if you would like to band together with a closed and knit group of guys who are really doing the work necessary to reach their goals. They're implementing these strategies and the tools that we talk about here on the podcast. We have our Infinite Results Mastermind group. You can apply to be a part of that at kenyonziska.com/results. And lastly, if you haven't already done so, would appreciate you taking the time to head on over to iTunes and leave us a rating or review. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And also, if you know of a friend or family member or coworker who needs to hear the message we talk about today and on all the other shows that we've released to date, would appreciate you sharing it with them. All right, everyone. Thanks again, and I will talk with you again soon.